Hello everyone, this is your girl Wᴡᴇ' 2007, and here I am bringing you another part. Again, I probably got bored with this, so that's probably why I stopped for a little while. I haven't had a video up all week, so right now I'm not asleep and it's like really late and my back is hurting like a motherfucker, and it's because today was my brother's birthday, so we obviously had the cookout, and it was like a lot of people, and it was good, and the food was delicious and stuff like that. So that's basically what my whole week was dedicated to, getting ready for my brother's B-Day cookout and preparations and all that other stuff. But on to this video. Okay, I last left off on Wᴏᴜ'13, and to say this is actually my third time doing this over, because every time I did it, I actually had these parts like my voice and the clips recorded a long time ago. I had it on just sitting on my computer, but with each time I always said something new, so I just said fuck it, I'm just gonna delete everything and do it all over. So basically that's what I'm doing. Okay, so basically Wᴏᴜ'13, now known as Wᴏᴜ'13, first made her appearance in my WWE story. Her inspiration was actually based off of the attire that you see in her WWE 12 video that I'm showing right now in this clip, and I basically brought most of that onto WWE 13, except now that her top that says Diva in WWE 12 now is actually a pair of pants in WWE 13. So if I spruced it up a little bit more than I did in 2012, obviously. Her inspiration comes from the attire that she was wearing, and it comes from the shirt that I actually own that says Wᴏ on it. It's by a company, which is weird, and it's like a shirt that my sister gave me a long time ago, and I was like, I really like Wᴏ'13, just the name of it, I don't know, it just sounds so cool. So, I just said, I want to name a call for that. So basically her whole creation was based around her name, that shirt, and the attire that was shown in her video. So, her song, basically her inspiration behind her song is, I guess there really wasn't an inspiration. The song just kind of called for it, but I'm currently in the process of changing it. As you can hear in this video, it's a different song, and I believe that's the song I'm going to stay with, because the other song was copyrighted, and I've already mentioned plenty of times that I'm trying to avoid copyright as much as I can, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to change some of my CAWS songs, even if I may not want to, but I just, you just gotta do what you gotta do to avoid this crap. So yeah, this is Wᴏᴜ'13, and that's her inspiration for her theme and where she came from and blah, blah, blah. Moving on to the next creation. Okay, so here we have Miss Gyypsy Fᴏx. Gyypsy is probably one of my sneakiest of CAWS that I've freaking created. I don't believe her inspiration really came from anywhere other than just needing more CAWS on WWE 12, and I wanted to start fresh, and not being able to find any places for my other CAWS that I had on on 2011 and 2010 and blah blah blah, not being able to find a place for them. Well, obviously I couldn't find a place for them because one, half my 2011 data is gone, and my 2010 and stuff data is completely gone. But I wanted to start fresh, and I wanted to expand my creativity into different cultures. Even though I already do that, but I wanted to expand it even more. So basically I just created her because I needed more CAWS, and idea of Egyptian came in for me. I don't know, I just wanted to create a card, and I guess down the line I just said, you know what, I'll just make her Egyptian, so I guess that's, you know, where it came in with her creation. Her theme song, again, another thing that didn't really have any inspiration to, other than the fact that it sounds very, how can I say it, like, tribal-like. So, you know, and it kind of fit the feel of her and, you know, her sneakiness. So, you know, to make, it's like to fool you, to make, you know, to make you think like she's like calm and she's cool and, you know, like she's out to get something from you or whatever, but really she is. So, you know, it's kind of weird, you know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, she's probably my weirdest call as well that I've made. So, her name, well, at least I guess I can speak up on. Her name was completely like just random. Excuse me if I'm like slowing down, guys. I'm just a bit tired. I'm doing this like really late, and you know, since I'm not asleep, I figured I'd do something so I can have something on my channel. So I'm kind of, and I'm still kind of sore from being like out all night, just standing up and doing stuff. But her name didn't really like, her name was random. Fox actually came from in-game, and you know, it just went well with Gypsy, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna give her Fox, that's her last name. What else can I say? Oh, I'll just speak on her attire a little bit. Her attire, it's random. I might be changing it again. I'm not really sure, but you know, again, I have this thing now where I like to make bad attires just so I can go back and be like, you know what, I need to change their attires, just so I have a reason to turn this game back on. So I believe that's it. This is Gypsy Fᴏx, and we're moving on to our next call creation. Okay, so here is our next call, Miss Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ. Now, I know you're probably like, what the hell? Because of the way it's spelled. Me, personally, I like to spell my character's name in weird ways, and it's actually pronounced a different way. So, it's Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ. Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ. It can be Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ or Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ, but I prefer Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ. Wᴏᴜ. I'm messing up her name. Ain't that some shit? I'm messing up my own call's name. Saying it so fast, but anyway, again, another call that really didn't have any inspiration behind her, other than just me wanting new calls, new fresh faces, and just wanting to try new styles out of like clothing, and you know, just trying my hand at, you know, different, you know, again, different styles and stuff like that. And like particularly things I pull out of my closet, and particularly things that pictures I've had sitting on my computer for the longest, and I never actually got the chance to try it with any of my other calls. So you know, I figured I would try it with her and give her a little bit of a funky style. So she actually has other various different attires, which you obviously haven't seen. The attire you're looking at now in this video is one I showed with her and her group, Fierce Platinum. What else can I say? Fierce. Fierce is a name that actually came from in-game because I couldn't find any other name that went well with her first name. And saying Wᴏᴜ Fᴜᴜ just sounded so freaking cool, so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with this freaking name, last name, because it just flows so well with her first name. So. Her inspiration basically wasn't really based off of anything other than just me wanting new and fresh faces. So her theme song, well, it matches her attitude. She's a bit conceited, although I do have a few conceited female calls on my roster who's pretty full of themselves. But if I would have to say, I would say she's probably a little bit more full of herself than maybe every female call I have. Yeah, so basically more than them. What else can I say? Oh, this is the first time that I've actually shown her actually like close up, because you seen her in the story, they literally only popped up one time. They're gonna be popping up more, but you know, just haven't came down to it yet. But yeah, this is the first time I've showed her close up, and you can see her facial features. Again, I was trying to make her look as different as I possibly could. Hopefully I achieved that, and if not, oh well. I guess she'll be getting a face change come next game, if she so happens to make it to the next game. What else can I say? I guess there's nothing else really. I obviously couldn't post any pictures or any videos because obviously this is her first game, so yeah. That's it, I believe. This is Fᴜᴜᴜ. Fᴜᴜᴜ. Moving on to the next creation. Okay, so here we have Miss Wᴏᴜ'13. Let me see. Her look actually was just random, but she got her name from this picture that I had on my computer for the longest, and the female character in that picture was named Ray, spelled with a R-A-E. The sugarcane part came from this colorful picture. Well, it had this female in it. She was like wearing a lot of colors, and she was surrounded by candy. So I don't know, for the oddest reason, I just start saying sugar cane, and like then I just said it together, sugar cane Ray, and I found out that it flows so well together. So I figured, you know, I would just name her that, and it can be like a deceiving name because she has like a kind of a mixed attitude, and so, you know, she'd be able to deceive you with her mixed attitude in her name. Hold on, give me a second. What else can I say? Oh, so basically her name comes from those two pictures. Her look was inspired off my personality. I'm about to say my personality. Her look is just inspired from my imagination. Once I just start creating her, then everything just starts flowing. The attire to actually see her in right now is an attire that I made based off of, you know, some things in my closet, mainly the shirt. So basically, it used to be these stylish little bodysuits that, you know, like, they went from being like workout gear, and then, I don't know, some person thought it was a good idea to make it into something fashionable, something you can wear anywhere, and it wasn't really to work out in, just to look good in. I actually only got half of that, and it was given to me by my sister, you know. So basically, this is where her whole attire is based off of that whole, you know, that shirt that I got from her, that half shirt, because I do wear half shirts, believe it or not. And basically, I just built the whole attire based off that shirt. Except the only thing difference with mine and hers, obviously, is that mine has a hoodie and hers doesn't. The female design on her chest, I didn't have to draw. It was actually a design on that shirt as well, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad this game actually had it, so I didn't have to draw it. So, you know, that helped out. What else can I say? Oh, her song. Well, again, her song is based off of her mixed attitude. You know, she can be nice, she can be mean, she can be an asshole, and blah blah blah. So that's the reason for her song, and maybe some things may have happened in her past, and it's the reason why she has the attitude that she does. But I guess I won't be revealing any of that until I get further into my story. What else can I say? I think that's basically it. There was no inspiration behind her creation other than her name. I mean, other than those two pictures and the names on, and the name that, you know, start popping up in my head, and the name that was on the other picture, and yeah, the song, her attitude, mixed attitude, and blah blah blah. Moving on to the next creation. Okay, so here we have Miss Taylor Soo Young. I said Miss Taylor Soo Young. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of her 2012 glory days. Excuse me, I meant to say Sanaya Danielson. Taylor Soo Young was just a mere shell of a gimmick that she used in 2012. She seen that Kandi wasn't really going for the whole blonde chick and blah blah blah, so she just said screw it, since Kandi won't see me for what I am, I mean, the gimmick that I was portraying, I'm just gonna go show my real self. So that's what she took, and she dyed her hair like a darkish brown, and changed a few things about her attires and stuff, and basically her other self, aka gimmick, portrayed like a country, like I'm from California type of look, but she wasn't really from California. So yeah, that's when she started using her real name and her real last name. So yeah, her inspiration, again, I'm probably going to be doing this for a lot of my calls. I don't believe her inspiration really came from anywhere other than just me needing more calls again. And I wanted fresh faces, and it's not like I can really bring many over from 2011. Considering, again, I lost half my 2011 data. Basically, the data that I lost from 2011 was with all my main calls on it. And the one that was saved was with the extra calls that I created. The one with like chemistry and stuff like that on it, and I lost all my 2010 data. So, I wanted to start fresh. So basically that's what I did with Sanaya Danielson. That used to be Taylor Soo Young. And yeah, her song used to be about, her song used to have something along the lines, hate girls, they all love me and they hate me, or something blah blah blah. I don't even freaking remember it. And again, came a gimmick along with that, going with her real self. She had to go with something different, obviously. I hope this doesn't come out sounding wrong or anything like that, but I gave her the song because it sounded very European, and she's like not like, it's like more of a pop type of European song than one of the typical ones that you hear. So basically, because the other song basically is talking about having haters and blah blah blah, and she looked at herself a few times and like, I don't have anything worth hating on, like I don't have anything hating on, because I'm just just blonde, only blonde on Kandi's roster, and why would people want to hate on me, basically. So that's why she changed her look, and because Kandi was gonna kick her ass out and blah blah blah. So those are the inspirations behind her theme song and her overall look and her name change and blah blah blah. Moving on. Okay, so here we have Miss Somalia Pierre. Let me see. Nope. Again, she's one of those calls that didn't really have any inspiration behind her. Again and again and again, other than needing more calls on WB12, newer and fresh faces, and just wanted to start over with a new batch of calls. Just again, due to the fact of me being, I was pissed to high hell when I lost all of my data for each game. So that hit me hard, so I didn't want to go back to memory, so that's why I started fresh and these new calls start popping up. Her name is completely random. I try to give her like an Indian SQS type of like look, kinda, in a way, but I didn't want to go fully with it. So basically I just made her half and half. Basically a mixture of all types of races. Her name, I don't even know where, her name was like random, like her creation, so there was nothing that, you know, inspired me to give her that name or to come up with her creation. The inspiration behind her song, well, again, it's like her attitude isn't like abrasive or anything. It's very soothing. She's like she's like Alia Malu, basically. She's a soothing, you know, she has a soothing attitude, you know. She likes to approach situation with, you know, as much peace, say it like that, as much as possible. So, you know, you won't really find her bugging out too many times or at all. Basically, she's kind of like Gypsy, but she isn't sneaky. Because Gypsy does have a calm attitude, and you really haven't seen Gypsy like just kirk the fuck out and be like, you know what, fuck you, bitch, and blah blah blah. But you have seen her fight, obviously, in the newest episode of My Fights at the Top. And if you didn't catch it, go ahead and catch it right now. It's very good. I actually had fun working on that chapter. Like, I knew when I was working on it, like, I watched it a few times my own self because I just enjoy it so much. And I feel like that's one of my best chapters of my story that I've created since I, like, put my back into this one. You know, editing wise and stuff, and my writing as well. But anyway, totally staring off the freaking video. Her song is just soothing, and it's actually a song by Sadie, but the version I gave her is just more of a, like a remake, or how you say, like a remix, but it's sung by somebody else, but it's a group in my area that's singing it, so, you know, I don't know what to really call it, but yeah, I gave her that song because it was soothing, calm, and yeah, I think that's basically it. And she is my last call of today, and hopefully I'll have my last part up sometime later. Next week or this week, so I'm going to be too busy working on my story and whatnot.